Ever find your mind nagging you about that half-read book, perhaps? Or maybe a project you started but didn't finish? This isn't just you, it's a common human experience, a universal pull. There's a name for this mental pestering. Scientists call it the Zeigarnik effect. It's a fascinating glimpse into how our brains operate. Understanding it can be quite illuminating. This effect got its name from a very observant psychologist. Her name was Bluma Zeigarnik. Way back in the 1920s, she was in a restaurant. She noticed something quite peculiar about the waiters. They remembered complex orders perfectly, that is, until the bill was paid. Once the task was complete, poof, the details vanished from their minds. This sparked her curiosity. So what is this Zeigarnik effect in simple terms? It means our brains are hardwired. We remember unfinished tasks much better than completed ones. Think of it like your brain putting a bright, flashing reminder. This reminder stays on for anything left undone. It's like an internal to-do list that screams for attention. It gently or not so gently pushes us. This isn't some rare psychological condition, mind you. It's a fundamental aspect of our cognitive design. It happens to nearly everyone every day. From small chores to big life goals, this effect is at play. It's part of the standard operating procedure for the human brain. It's how we are built to prioritize and manage our actions. It's a subtle force shaping our daily focus. Why does our brain cling so tightly to these loose ends? It's all about psychological tension. When we start a task, our brain anticipates its completion. It craves that sense of closure, that final check mark. If a task is interrupted or left incomplete, tension arises. This tension keeps the task active in our thoughts. It's like a cliffhanger in your favorite TV show. Think of your brain as a diligent project manager. When you begin an activity, it opens a mental file. This file stays open, demanding resources and attention. It remains flagged as in progress. Only when the task is truly finished does the brain close this file. Then it can finally archive the information. This frees up mental space for new things. It's an efficient system mostly. Let's consider some easy examples. Imagine you start your homework. You do half the math problems, then you get called away. Those unfinished problems will likely pop into your head. They might bother you during dinner or while watching TV. Compare this to homework you finished and turned in. That task fades much faster from your immediate memory. It's done, so the brain lets it go. This memory bias for the incomplete is not a flaw. It's actually a rather clever feature of our minds. The brain flags these unfinished items as important. It's saying, hey, this still needs your attention. This ensures we don't just forget crucial ongoing work. It's a survival mechanism in a way. It helps us juggle multiple responsibilities in a complex world. It keeps us on track. This constant mental nudge from the Zeigarnik effect can be powerful, can be a significant source of motivation, that slight discomfort. That feeling of incompleteness, it often pushes us towards finishing what we've started. Our brains don't like unresolved loops. So, they create an internal drive, a drive to find resolution and complete the task. This is a natural human tendency. The beauty is you don't have to do much to activate it. Simply starting a task, even just a tiny bit, is enough. Write one sentence of that essay, wash one dish. This initial step makes the task officially unfinished in your mind. The Zeigarnik effect then kicks in. It will gently encourage you to return and do more. It's like setting a mental hook. Think about students facing a large, daunting project. Sometimes the hardest part is just getting started. If they can just begin, perhaps by outlining the first section or by gathering a few research materials, the project then becomes an unfinished task. It will occupy their thoughts more. This can provide the impetus to continue working on it. It's a subtle but effective mental tool. And the reward for heeding this mental call, the satisfaction of completion, is immense. When you finally finish that task, the mental tension dissolves. There's a sense of relief, of accomplishment. This positive feeling reinforces the behavior. Your brain learns that finishing tasks feels good. This, in turn, strengthens your motivation for future endeavors. It's a wonderful feedback loop. So how can we harness this cosmic principle in our everyday lives? To combat procrastination, the first step is key. Just start. Even if it's for only 5 minutes, set a timer and begin. This action alone can trigger the Zeigarnik effect. It makes the task feel active and incomplete. This will make it easier to return to later. It's a simple trick, but very effective for those big, overwhelming projects. Break them down. Divide them into smaller, more manageable subtasks. Each time you complete a small part, you get a little closure. However, the larger, overarching goal remains unfinished. This keeps the Zeigarnik effect gently working for you. It maintains your motivation without causing too much stress. It's about smart task management. Consider the humble to-do list. The act of writing down your tasks itself can make them feel started. They become psychologically active. As you work through your list, crossing items off is satisfying. Those remaining uncrossed items, they are prime Zeigarnik effect territory. They will call out for your attention. This helps you stay organized and focused. Ultimately, understanding the Zeigarnik effect is empowering. It's not about being haunted by unfinished work. It's about recognizing a natural tendency of our minds. We can use this knowledge to our advantage. We can boost our productivity. We can reduce the stress that comes from those lingering tasks. It's about working smarter, in harmony with our own brains. Quite a thought, isn't it?